Alright, what's up guys? I finally got 600 power on my Warlock. It took almost a month, which is pretty good. It was a pretty good grind. Now, I didn't optimize stuff too crazily. After the raid came out, I didn't really play that much. I only played on my Warlock each week, and I didn't play my other two characters. So I did pretty good, under a month to get 600 power on my Warlock, not too bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and show off some of my guns and armor, because I have some pretty good rolls on almost everything across the board. So I'm going to go ahead and show that stuff off. First, I have my Go Figure, which is the primary I almost always use. Rampage Outlaw, Third Magwell. It's fully masterwork with handling. I'd rather have Reload maybe, but handling is definitely a second best choice. Still rocking the EP Shotgun for the most part. 1000 Voices or Whisper the Worm. And also got Two-Tailed Fox the other day, Queensbreaker. I have a few new exotics. Then my helmet. This is the one I mainly use because of the 1k Voices, Fusion Rifle Reserves, Fusion Rifle Super Energy on kill, then obviously through recovery. Then I have this raid mod in it, which I'm going to make a video on this actually later today. There'll be 2 uploads today, and the second one will be about this mod right here. Then this is probably my best rolled armor piece in the entire game. The only bad thing about it is the fact that it's mobility, but it has Shotgun Scavenger or Rocket Launcher Scavenger, but I mostly use Shotgun Scavenger. Then it has Enhanced Shotgun Loader, which is crazy. Then it has a few other decent perks, which actually aren't even bad at all. I have Pulse Rifle Reloader, which I use Pulse, Light Arm, not even bad at all. Then on this one I have a recovery mod to, counteract the mobility. And I usually run Chromatic Fire right now because it's the only new exotic I have. If I had any of the other new Warlock exotics, I'd probably be running them also. I run this for the most part because it's actually really good. And once I play different characters without it, I'm like, where's my Firefly at? It's just it's almost like a crutch, I'm just so used to it. But it has Special Ammo Finder, Unflinching Kinetic, then also Recovery. I also have a Super Mod. My boots, I have Special Ammo Finder, then Dynamo, then obviously Recovery, then also another Super Mod. Then on my class item, I have Heavy Ammo Finder, then Health on Orb, then also have another one of those mods I was talking about, which I'm going to make a video about from the raid. Then I also have a different bond that I swap off to this one, I believe, which is the same thing, just with a super mod instead, if I'm not finding Taken. But overall, my armor setup is actually pretty ideal. There's not much I would actually change too much about it necessarily. I have the this helmet right here is all about my 1k Voices. If I wasn't using 1k Voices, if I was using, Whisper the Worm or a Rocket Launcher or whatever, I'd change off to a different one. But for 1k Voices, that's basically God roll. And these gauntlets are basically God roll for, shotgun and the energy slot and whatnot. Chest piece, the best perk you can get is Special Ammo Finder, then Unflinching, which kinetic unflinching I guess is cool. There's not really much, there's really nothing better in that slot. Then boots, same thing, Special Ammo Finder, then a perk that gives you super energy. Not really much you can get there. Then the same thing for the class item slot. So my rolls are actually pretty good across the board. The one thing I want to change is obviously get the same stuff but for different weapons. For example, up here I want, Rocket Launcher Reserve type helmet with a Rocket Launcher super energy perk. Then this I want a sniper one, etc, etc. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my Warlock. I really cared more about the perks than actually the light level once the raid came out, and I just kind of let the power level just come to me over time. I didn't really grind that hard for it. Overall, I'd say this grind in Forsaken was easily the best since vanilla Destiny 1. I think there's still a few issues with it that I'd like to see change in the future. One thing is that I think you should only be able to get max light from in-game activities. So for example, I think the entire game should be soft capped to 580. Then the only way to get from 580 to 600 would be from the raid, and that's literally it. Right now, you could literally just play the daily and weekly playlist and your milestones and whatnot, and easily get to 600. And now it might take 2 extra weeks to do that if you don't play the raid, but you can still do it though. And I don't think there should be a reason you should be able to get in-game light outside of the in-game. It makes no sense. You don't need that light outside of the in-game, so why can you get it outside of the in-game? Another thing that would probably help with the grind also is the fact that guns can be transferred to other characters. And for example, what I mean by this is I didn't play my Titan or Hunter once since the raid came out. I never raided or anything on them. I played my Warlock, obviously, for Worlds first, then I played my Warlock the next week, and the week after that. Then this previous week where the dungeon came around, I jumped on my Titan and Hunter. They were both in the 560s once I moved my other guns over, right? My 600 guns over. Then I got them from 560 to like 595 in 1 week. Like, I went up 35 light in 1 week. That is too much. And that's why only the in-game raid should be able to get you that light level, because once like the raid's out, the dungeon's out, all your milestones and whatnot, it's so easy to level up in this expansion. Like, you can easily, as long as you're decently lucky, go up like 30 light a week if you do stuff in the right order. But that's like my only complaint, and it's a very, very minor complaint, because it still took me a month to get to 600 power, which is very good. So it's obviously a huge step in the right direction. I'm just complaining about very, very minor things that could help a little bit more. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for the video. My Hunter should get 600 this week, then my Titan should follow next week, I believe, as long as I don't get like too unlucky. But anyways, like mentioned, there will be another video out tonight. Go ahead and let me know what power you are and what your setup is looking like on your characters. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.